Domestic violence is a serious problem in our community. It is estimated that 20 people per minute are abused by their partners or spouses. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and joining me now is Laura Clary of GBMC's Sexual Assault Forensics Examination Program with more on the problem. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
So tell us more about your program, the SAFE program.
So SAFE stands for Sexual Assault Forensic Examination Program. We also have a component of our program where we care for victims of domestic violence. So we are able to care for patients who have been victims of sexual assault, child abuse, domestic violence, intimate partner violence, and non-fatal strangulation across the lifespan. So we see victims of all ages. We think it's really important because these types of crimes don't discriminate based on age or socioeconomic status or race, and we see people from all different walks of life.
So for this month specifically, what can we in the community be on the lookout so that we can help our neighbors and friends if they are encountering this sort of situation in their homes?
So there are quite a few signs and symptoms that we look out for. A lot of people always think that it's just physical abuse when we think of domestic violence. So if you see somebody with bruising or other injuries, which of course we do see those, but it's a lot more than that. There is emotional abuse. So when someone is being constantly yelled at or put down, there's financial abuse where people don't have access to money. There's even medical abuse where people withhold medical care because they're afraid of giving that control to the person. And we say this domestic violence is all about power and control, the power and control that one person has over another person.
So if you notice these things, what should you do? Do you talk to the person? Do you talk to the person that you feel like is actually perpetuating these activities or this sort of abuse? Or do you just call the police? What should people do?
So again, it's all about power and control. I would not suggest speaking to the person that's actually doing the abuse, but being there for someone who is being abused, letting them know that you're there, letting them know that, okay, you might not want to come forward right now, but I'm here for you when you are ready to come forward, and there are resources for you within the community.
And you are one of those resources. Your program is one of those resources. Talk about why counseling is so important and what it is that you offer people when they come to you.
So when people come into us, we have a forensic nursing aspect of our program where we can see patients who have been victims and document injuries and write reports for when they do decide they want to go forward with a police investigation, as well as having a advocacy response. So we have victim advocates also available 24/7 that can come in and speak with these patients and go over crisis counseling, emotional grounding, assisting with sheltering needs, and then being that connection to our community partners to make sure that that patient really has that smooth transition into long-term counseling if needed.
And safe houses as well, you'll get them connected to them?
Exactly, yes.
Okay.
So sometimes people come in and they don't have a safe place to go.
Right.
They just left a really abusive situation and they have nowhere else to go, especially since a lot of times when people are in domestic violence situations, the abuser tends to isolate that person from their families.
And if they want to get more information, they can just go to your website, right?
They can, yes.
All right, great. So that information is on your screen. And of course, GBMC is also a proud sponsor of WMAR2's ABC's Fill the House campaign, which is going to take place October 17th at White Marsh Mall from 9 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. Volunteers and station employees will be on hand to collect your donations in support of the House of Ruth Maryland. We will be right back with more Midday Maryland right after the break. Stay tuned.